All right, welcome to Mr. Nelson's YouTube video. Today's video is over part and whole. Part and whole. That's how you make a fraction. You have a part on top, you have a whole on bottom. So make sure that you know that a fraction is made up of a part and a whole. And the key part in making a fraction is to know that part is on top and whole is on the bottom. And you have to be able to figure out what is what. Okay? All right, so let's take an example. I know in class today in the warm-up, we had an example and it was an extensive, it had lots of stuff to it, okay? But I wanted to make sure that you guys knew how to do this, okay? So, Tom has 36 toys. If 10 of the toys, oh, I apologize, that is not a very well-written question. If 10 of the toys are cars, what percent are toy cars, okay? So, we know that Tom has 36 toys. And we also know that 10 are toy cars. Okay? So we've got to take that information and pull it out. Then we need to look. What is the question in this? Okay? It says percent. What percent? We are looking for what percent of his toys are toy cars. Okay, so we're going to take out what we know. We know that he has a total of 36 toys. So his total toy count is 36 total toys. All right, so if I'm thinking back to what I told you about part and whole, parts on top, holes on bottom. If it says total, do you think that is a part or a whole? Hopefully, when you hear the word total, you understand that it means everything. Okay? So, total is actually your whole. Okay? So, since he has a total of 36 toys, that's my whole. So, on my fraction, I need to have 36 on the bottom. Now, it says that 10 of the toys, so 10, are cars. So 10 equals cars. Okay. Well, we know that we are looking for toy cars, right? That's what it says. So we need that bit of information. In this case, that is my part. All right, to save yourself a little bit of time, a little bit of anguish, you need to make sure that you simplify your fraction. Okay? Because when you start dividing stuff, it's going to get difficult with these big numbers. So we're going to simplify our part and whole, our fraction. Okay? Why did I make a fraction? Well, I'm trying to get a percent. And we know after last week and this week that a fraction can be turned into a decimal, can be turned into a percent. Okay? So if I have a fraction, I just made a fraction out of the information that we've got. Saying we've got a whole of 36 toys, and we've got a part of 10 toys, being toy cars. And so since it's asking for a percent, we can go from fraction to decimal to percent. So I've got my fractions. We need to simplify it because we want to save ourselves some anguish, some time, okay? We have to think what can go into 10 and 36. Okay? The most common, remember, are 2, 5. Those are the two most common. So let's try 2. We put 2, 2. 2 goes into 10 5 times. 2 goes into 36. Well, half of 36 is, let's see, 18. So now we got to think, does anything go into 5 or 18? well, 5 goes into 5, but it doesn't go into 18. So that's my end-all, be-all fraction. Okay? So we know we now have our fraction. I'm going to take this fraction and put it on the next page, okay? 5/18. All right, so 5/18 is what we're working with. We need to take it and make it a decimal, because what we end-all, be-all, what we need that percent. All right, so this line, remember, means divide. So make sure you divide it out. We know that the numerator is always inside the house because that nerd's playing the video games. And the denominator is outside. All right, we are shocked because 18 does not go into 5. So we need to shock face. Okay, here's my shocked face. Okay, 18 does go into 50. Okay, I'm going to guess that it's 2 times. 2 times 18 would be 36. Okay, can I add another one? 36 plus 18 gives you 46, plus the 8 gives you 54. So that's too much, so it is 2. So we subtract. We can't subtract from 0, right? So we have to borrow. So now it's 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. All right, we're still shocked, so we add our 0, add our 0. Now we've got to see how many times 18 goes into 140. Well, 18's kind of close to 20, but we'll just go off to the side here. 18 plus 18 gives you 36. We said that 36 plus 18 is 54. 54 plus 18 is 60, 72. 72 plus 18 is 80, 90. 90 plus 18 is 108. Plus 18 again is 126, I do believe. 26. Plus 18 is 144. But we're too far now, right? We needed 140. So we're right here. That was 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. Okay, so that's 0.27. 7 times 18 is 126. We subtract it out. Got to borrow. That's a 3. That's a 10. That's a 4. When I subtract, that's a 1. Well, it looks like we're going to start repeating, aren't we? So we know that it's 27% with this line over the 7 is what I'm guessing, because if I divide this again or multiply again, I'll get 126 again, and that's another 7, and it looks like 7's going to repeat. So here we've got 5/18, which is equal to 0.277. Remember I told you to make sure you go out at least 3 decimal places. So you need the tenths, the hundredths, and the thousandths decimal place. And then if you see something going on, you can stop. Okay, so there's where we're at. We change that to a percent. So we take our number, 277, and we change it to a percent. 1, 2. Put our decimal point, so we're at 27.7 repeating percent. Okay, so there is your answer, 27.7%. So if we go all the way back to our question, how many toys, or how much percent of the toys are toy cars? Well, about 27 or 28% are cars. Okay? 27, if you want to be exact, it's 27.7. Repeating, don't forget the repeating percent. in this case. That was a kind of extensive application of it, but at least the most important part that you get out of it is, remember to do part and whole. Find your part. Oh, sorry. Find your part, then find your whole. Okay? So your total was 36. That's your whole. 10 cars was your part. Make your fraction. Convert it to decimal. Convert it to percent if that's what it asks for. And that's what it asks for here.